Hello everybody, it's me, Matt, at the Boxing Locker. Another video from me today, and this time it's not a technical one. It's one of my world famous Boxing Locker vlogs. Not that famous, but we'll get there one day. And today I'm going to be talking to you about my, shall we say, prediction? I don't know. My thoughts on Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk. On the kind of back and forth, on the interactions between them, on how I think the fight goes if it happens in early 2023, which is being discussed, and just generally going through that fight, bit of a breakdown on both guys. I might even mention, although I'm loath to do so, the Tyson Fury and Chisora match at the weekend, especially since Usyk did show his face, and that is something I want to talk about. So, right, let's get into this, the nitty gritty of it, all right? Tyson Fury, we know who he is. You know, everybody knows I'm a big fan of Tyson Fury, the boxer. Very talented, very good movement, mobility, punch variety, uses his size well, has a massive size advantage. I think he's 6'9", is he 6'9"? 20 stone. He's an absolute weapon of a man. You probably also know that I'm a bit fed up of Tyson Fury, the promoter. I think the antics outside of the ring are wearing a bit, and I'm a bit fed up with the whole thing, to be honest. Oleksandr Usyk. I mean, I said the other day that I thought Usyk was probably pound for pound the best. Had pound for pound the best resume in boxing. Unbelievable achievements in the professional ranks. I believe every world title he's won has been in the opponent's backyard. He goes there and he tears it out of their grasp, and it's his to claim. Moved up to heavyweight, questionable at the start. Some people say that was tactics to kind of draw people into thinking he'd be a walkover for the bigger guys who would then want to fight him. But I don't know. It's just acclimatizing to the division. So here's my thoughts on the fight should it happen. Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. You've got one very good mover and one exceptional mover. You've got one very good mover and one ultra efficient mover. You've got one very good mover and one guy who is an exceptional counterpuncher and has great control mechanisms, like his jab, like his lead occupying hand, like his long left hand. And that, of course, the second person, the latter that I was talking about in all of those instances, is Oleksandr Usyk. For me, he is a more complete all-round boxer. That's not to take anything away from Tyson Fury. I just think Usyk is fractionally better in pretty much every area except for power and that kind of in-close, in-fighting, wrestling sort of work that Fury excels at, and he demonstrated so well in the second fight against Deontay Wilder. Fury, great jab, good movement, nice punch variety, as I mentioned at the start. But let's be real, let's face facts. I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is the worst the heavyweight division has ever looked. Outside of, at best, a very generous 6 or 7 names, there is absolutely no one worthwhile. The fact, and I am going to mention it, the fact that Tyson Fury had to go to a shop-worn, beat-up, badly weakened and diminished Derek Chisora for a what was called a decent fight is ridiculous. The division is just lacking in so many ways. All credit to Chisora for keep making his money and keep getting them big fights, but the man's a gatekeeper at best, and I don't think he's ever been any more than that. Fury won, obviously. I think it would have been far more impressive if he just knocked him out, got him out of there early. I'm not sure he has that one-punch power, and this is where it kind of segues nicely into the Usyk fight. I think it's going to be a real test for Fury's fitness. He's going to have to throw a lot of punches. He's going to have to control his movement a little bit more, probably be less mobile, a little bit more static in his feet, and taking smaller steps, picking his shots and countering, swapping his feet, doing all the things he does do very well. And probably we're going to need to see Fury perform in the manner that he performed against Deontay Wilder in the second fight. Be a lot more aggressive, use his size, use his weight, be a roughhouse. Usyk will do what he always does. He moves excellently laterally. He slips and counters. He works off a very, very effective jab. He doesn't waste any energy, any effort. He's efficient. And he punches hard enough that you don't want to just keep walking at him. How do I think the fight plays out? I think a couple of cagey rounds early on. I think Usyk starts having a little bit of success. Fury ups the work rate, wins through the middle rounds. And then I think probably Usyk will run away with it towards the end of the fight. It's my current mindset. Might change near the time. I'll probably do 2 or 3 more of these videos if a fight does get announced. But for now, I think Usyk might steal a points decision there. Steal? I don't think steal. That was bad terminology. I think we'll win and win well a good points decision there. I think Usyk is winning the psychological battle. Fury doing the usual shouting, loud, obnoxious, unnecessary, abusive, ridiculous sort of what he considers promotion, I suppose, which I think is detrimental to his reputation and people's perception of him. I think people are just fed up of it now. You just want to see people carry themselves in the manner that Usyk does. You know, he represents the sport incredibly well. He's a very humble champion. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He fights, and he fights well. He fights hard. He's equally as good as Fury, if not, as I said earlier, fractionally better at boxing. And he hasn't let his ego run away with him. He's probably not quite as entertaining as Fury can be, but I feel like that kind of Fury entertainment bandwagon's sort of gone through the station and disappeared in the distance now. And I think the sort of things that I used to find quite funny are now just grating and a bit unnecessary in the situation he's currently in. So yeah, that's my prediction. I think a couple of cagey rounds. Usyk has a bit of success in the third, fourth. Fury runs away with the middle rounds, and then we end up with Usyk winning the late 4, maybe 5 rounds as Fury tires and Usyk starts having more and more success with the jab. As I said, that may change nearer the time. In fact, I'm almost certain it will change nearer the time as I watch more and more of them both and as they promote it more. But that's my prediction and I'll stick with it. Other things to mention. No, I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully now Derek Chisora retires. Fingers crossed he doesn't box again. You can't fault him. He's going to have made an awful lot of money in his career, but I just think this is the time now when he needs to stop. He's a walking advert for CTE, boxing the way he does. Very tough man, very solid man, but you can't take them impacts to the head. As I said to a few of my guys that I train, I think he would have been better off walking into a Deontay Wilder right hand and go to sleep for 20 seconds than he was just getting hit around the head in that volume by Fury. So yeah, there we have it, guys. That's my thoughts. I think I've been a bit bold there. I'm probably going to get some good comments to that. I'm interested to see what you'll think, so let me know in the comments below. As always, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to check out the rest of my content. More and more coming all the time. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and thank you. Have a great day, everybody.